Imagine, if you will, Baghdad shimmering under the desert sun, over 12 centuries ago, a city of grand palaces that stretched towards the heavens, their domes and minarets adorned with intricate designs, reflecting the wealth and power within. Bustling markets overflowing with exotic goods from distant lands, a symphony of bartering voices and the aroma of spices filling the air, and dazzling innovation that pushed the boundaries of human knowledge, from mathematics and astronomy to medicine and philosophy. This was the vibrant heart of a vast and influential empire, stretching from North Africa to the borders of India, a melting pot of cultures and ideas. All of this was ruled by the legendary Haaruun al-Rashiid, a name synonymous with power, wisdom, and the opulence of the East. A caliph whose name still echoes through history, not just as a ruler, but as a patron of the arts and sciences, a figure of immense cultural significance. More than just a king sitting on a jeweled throne, Haaruun presided over a golden age of learning, fostering an environment where scholars from all backgrounds could gather and share their knowledge. He was a champion of art and discovery, encouraging innovation in every field, from literature and poetry to mathematics and medicine. While much of Europe struggled through the Dark Ages, mired in conflict and intellectual stagnation, Baghdad flourished as a beacon of enlightenment, a shining example of what human civilization could achieve. Haaruun was the fifth Abbasid caliph, inheriting a legacy of power and responsibility, guiding his people through an era of unprecedented prosperity and wonder, leaving an indelible mark on history. His reign transformed Baghdad, elevating it from a mere city into a symbol of cultural and intellectual achievement. It became the glittering center of the Islamic world, attracting scholars, artists, and merchants from every corner of the globe. Today, we journey back through the sands of time to explore the real man behind the legends, separating fact from fiction. We'll discover the intricate web of political intrigue that led to how he rose to power, navigating the treacherous currents of the Abbasid court. We'll delve into the reasons why his era is universally hailed as the Islamic Golden Age, examining the remarkable advancements made during his reign, and we'll uncover how his influence reached far beyond the borders of his empire, shaping the course of history and leaving a lasting legacy on the world. The story of Haaruun al-Rashiid is a testament to the power of leadership, vision, and the pursuit of knowledge, to a time when Baghdad became not just a city, but a beacon of civilization, illuminating the world with its brilliance. So, step into the dazzling courts and vibrant streets of ancient Baghdad, prepare to be transported to a world of wonder and intrigue. Welcome to the city of 1,001 tales, where the line between reality and legend blurs, and the stories of Haaruun al-Rashiid come to life. Haaruun al-Rashiid, a name that would resonate through the ages, was born not into obscurity but as a prince of the Abbasid Caliphate. He wasn't born a caliph, destined for the throne from day one. His path to power was paved with political maneuvering, military prowess, and a touch of fate. He was, after all, the son of the third Abbasid Caliph, al-Mahdi, placing him within the royal family, but not necessarily at its apex. Raised in a world of unimaginable luxury and complex intrigue, the young Haaruun was exposed to the inner workings of power from a tender age. He received a rigorous and comprehensive education, carefully guided by his influential and politically astute mother, al-Khayzuran, who recognized his potential early on. Haaruun's older brother al-Hadi stood first in line for the throne, a fact that cast a long shadow and fueled a simmering rivalry between the two siblings. This created a tense atmosphere within the palace, sparking intense rivalry and dangerous palace intrigue as different factions vied for influence. Even as a teenager, Haaruun demonstrated exceptional leadership, leading successful military campaigns against the Byzantine Empire, a formidable foe. These victories earned him widespread fame and the honorific title al-Rashiid, meaning the rightly guided, a testament to his perceived wisdom and divine favor. When al-Hadi eventually became caliph, his reign proved to be short-lived and fraught with internal conflict and external pressures. The caliph, wary of his brother's popularity and influence, made several attempts to remove Haaruun from the line of succession, further intensifying the political turmoil. Then, under mysterious circumstances, al-Hadi died, leaving a power vacuum and unanswered questions swirling within the palace walls. And so, Haaruun, at the young age of just 23, unexpectedly ascended to become the fifth Abbasid caliph, inheriting a vast and complex empire. His sudden rise to power marked the dawn of a new era for the Islamic Empire, an era that promised both great prosperity and significant challenges. His reign would be profoundly shaped by his unique blend of intellectual curiosity, fostered by his education, his proven military experience, and his innate political savvy. Now, as the supreme leader of the Abbasid Caliphate, Haaruun al-Rashiid held the destiny of millions of people across a vast and diverse empire firmly within his hands. The entire world watched with bated breath, eager to see what kind of ruler this young and ambitious caliph would ultimately become. His reign, as it unfolded, would soon come to define a golden age of intellectual, cultural, and economic flourishing, leaving an indelible mark on history. Under Haaruun al-Rashiid, Baghdad became the world's most magnificent city, a marvel of engineering and culture. Founded as Madinah al-Salam, the city of peace, its unique circular design placed the caliph's palace at the very center. Strategically located on the Tigris River, Baghdad became a global hub for trade, drawing merchants from China, Africa, and Europe. Its bustling markets overflowed with exotic goods, while skilled artisans produced treasures sought after worldwide. The city's population neared 1 million, making it the largest and most cosmopolitan city of its time. People of many backgrounds, Arabs, Persians, Africans, Europeans, Christians, and Jews, lived and worked together, fostering a spirit of tolerance and innovation. Baghdad's beauty was legendary, with grand palaces, gardens, and mosques reflecting the city's wealth and sophistication. For all who saw it, Baghdad was the shining symbol of the Abbasid Caliphate's power and brilliance. Life in Baghdad under Haaruun al-Rashiid was a tapestry of wealth, learning, and vibrant daily life. The elite enjoyed luxury, sprawling homes, fine clothes, lavish feasts, and the arts, while the city's booming economy provided prosperity for artisans and merchants. The souks buzzed with trade, storytelling, and the sense of spices and food. Education was highly valued, schools and libraries flourished, and even ordinary citizens could learn to read and write. The arrival of paper from China made books more accessible, fueling a thirst for knowledge. Public services like hospitals, water systems, and baths made Baghdad a model of urban sophistication. Advanced hospitals offered free care, and the city's organization set it apart from much of the world. Baghdad was truly a golden city where civilization thrived. Haaruun al-Rashiid's reign is remembered as a golden age largely because of his support for science and learning. At its heart was the House of Wisdom, a grand library and research center that attracted brilliant minds from across the empire. Haaruun sent agents to collect important books from Byzantium, Persia, and India, gathering knowledge in medicine, astronomy, mathematics, and philosophy. Scholars, Muslim, Christian, and Jewish, translated and expanded upon ancient texts, sparking breakthroughs in every field. Mathematics flourished. Al-Khwarizmi introduced the numbers we use today and pioneered algebra. Astronomers mapped the stars, and physicians wrote medical encyclopedias that shaped European science for centuries. The House of Wisdom became a beacon, illuminating the world with new ideas. Baghdad's intellectual legacy would echo far beyond its walls. The Golden Age was also a time of extraordinary artistic and cultural achievement. Haaruun al-Rashiid's court became a magnet for poets, musicians, and artists, all supported by the caliph's generous patronage. Poetry thrived, with competitions celebrating love, nature, and the city's splendor. Abu Nuwas was among the era's most famous poets. Music filled the palace, with instruments like the oud and qanun creating sophisticated melodies. Islamic artists mastered calligraphy, geometric patterns, and arabesques, turning everyday objects and buildings into works of art. Storytelling flourished, with tales from 1001 Nights, featuring Haaruun himself, captivating audiences in markets and coffee houses. These stories painted Baghdad as a city of magic and wonder, spreading its fame far and wide. The city's rich cultural life made it an enchanting place to live. Baghdad's artistic legacy endures to this day. Beyond history, Haaruun al-Rashiid is immortalized in legend, especially in the Book of 1001 Nights. Stories tell of the caliph disguising himself to walk Baghdad's streets at night, accompanied by his vizier Jafar and bodyguard Masroor. In secret, he listened to his people, uncovered corruption, and delivered justice, surprising wrongdoers with what he'd learned. These tales portray Haaruun as a ruler who cared deeply for his subjects, blending power with humility. Another famous story tells of a poor porter whose complaints reached the disguised caliph, leading to unexpected generosity and adventure. Whether fact or fiction, these legends shaped Haaruun's image as the ideal ruler, wise, just, and compassionate. For centuries, he remained a hero in the eyes of the people. The myth of the disguised caliph endures as a symbol of justice and curiosity. Haaruun al-Rashiid's influence reached far beyond the Middle East, intersecting with another great ruler, Charlemagne of the Franks. Despite religious and cultural differences, the two established diplomatic ties, exchanging letters and ambassadors. Both faced a common rival in the Byzantine Empire, prompting practical cooperation. Haaruun's gifts to Charlemagne became legendary: silks, perfumes, a chess set, and a magnificent brass water clock that amazed Europe. The most astonishing gift was an elephant, Abul Abbas, sent all the way to Charlemagne's court. These exchanges showcased Baghdad's scientific and artistic sophistication, contrasting with Europe's relative simplicity. For Europeans, Haaruun's gifts were a window into a world of wonder and advanced civilization. The relationship between Haaruun and Charlemagne highlighted the interconnectedness of their worlds. Baghdad's brilliance left a lasting impression on medieval Europe. Haaruun al-Rashiid died in 809, leaving behind a vast empire and a legacy that would resonate through the ages. His death marked the end of an era, a period of unprecedented prosperity and cultural flourishing in the Islamic world. His passing was immediately followed by a bitter civil war between his sons, a struggle for succession that threatened to tear the Abbasid Caliphate apart. This conflict tested the very foundations of the empire, challenging the stability and unity that Haaruun had worked so hard to establish. But despite the internal strife, the golden age he fostered endured, its impact far outlasting the immediate turmoil of his death. The seeds of progress and innovation that Haaruun had sown continued to blossom, shaping the course of history for centuries to come. The House of Wisdom, a beacon of intellectual pursuit, reached its peak under his son, al-Mamun, becoming the greatest intellectual center of its time. Scholars from all corners of the known world flocked to Baghdad, drawn by the promise of knowledge and discovery. And Baghdad, even amidst political upheaval, remained a vibrant center of learning and culture, a testament to the enduring power of Haaruun's vision. The city continued to attract the brightest minds, fostering an environment of intellectual exchange and innovation. Haaruun's greatest legacy was the preservation and expansion of knowledge, a commitment to learning that transcended borders and cultures. He understood that knowledge was the key to progress, and he dedicated his reign to fostering its growth. It was this ancient wisdom that would later spark the European Renaissance, igniting a new era of intellectual and artistic flourishing in the West. The rediscovery of classical texts preserved and translated by Islamic scholars played a pivotal role in this transformation. Mathematical, astronomical, and medical discoveries from Baghdad, innovations that pushed the boundaries of human understanding, transformed science in the West, laying the foundation for modern scientific inquiry. Culturally, Haaruun became a symbol of the Islamic Golden Age, a figure of legend and inspiration immortalized in stories, art, and the Western imagination, forever associated with a time of unparalleled cultural achievement. His reign set the standard for justice, tolerance, and intellectual curiosity. Baghdad, under his rule, was the world's leading center of civilization. Both the man and the myth point to the same truth: his era was truly special. Haaruun al-Rashiid is remembered as the caliph who ruled over a golden age, a time of unprecedented achievement and cultural brilliance, a beacon whose brilliance still shines, illuminating the path for future generations. His legacy continues to inspire centuries later, a testament to the enduring power of vision, leadership, and a commitment to knowledge.